So we're back. Thursday Drives with Lori and Kayleen. Today we are down south in Colorado Springs. We are going to show you the Broadmoor Bluffs driving style.
Yes.
I'm excited about it. It's not fall. I'm going to have some drone when it is fall, and it's beautiful.
That's what Lori said. Let's go over here. And I said, it's not the most beautiful, but
it's still beautiful.
It is still beautiful.
Not like it is in the fall or the summer. We're kind of in that, we'll talk about that in a minute. So we're going to start driving here and we're going to check out Broadmoor Bluffs and tell you all about it. So if you're thinking of moving here, make sure you watch till the end. All right, we're off to show you Broadmoor Bluffs. It is one of my favorite areas. We've had many clients zone into this area. It's just beautiful.
I would say it's pretty equal to
what are you going to compare
Peregrine.
In some ways, southern version of Peregrine. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you have incredible views, kind of the same caliber homes, maybe even a little bit nicer, but totally different feel because of the location down south. But you still get wildlife. You feel like you're in Colorado. You get city views, mountain views, but the mountain views are different. And that's what, hopefully with this drive, you will see that we are actually in the shopping area that is most not accessible
a lot
to this area.
Shopping and restaurants directly around here.
Correct.
People may argue with me about that.
Unknown caller.
But
Reject. Sorry.
I'm trying to think. There is a Target. It kind of is this.
You almost have to go to South. What would that be?
Southgate.
Is it Southgate where El Pomar is?
Oh.
You know, that's where the Target is.
Yeah.
And then I would say you're very convenient to downtown Colorado Springs as well for, date nights and things to do.
It is an interesting area. I'm just going to be real honest with you because you have Harrison District, School District 2, which if you look on niche.com doesn't get the best ratings. And then right next to it, you have this Broadmoor Bluffs, Broadmoor, 5-star golf resort, Cheyenne Mountain District. What is it? Is it 12?
12.
That gets astonishing ratings. And so it's just kind of this yin and yang melting pot that all comes together. And if you talk about all like the new stuff that's being built, everyone, if you look at like a Facebook page, everyone's like, why is everything going in the north? Why is everything going in the north? And it's kind of true. There's just not as much development in the south right now. But you don't have this view. Like, this is gorgeous.
Well, and as we drive up the mountain, so this is really hard to see on a map when you're looking at price points. If you look towards I-25, we have like townhomes, patio homes. These homes right here are the lower priced homes in the area. I've even seen them in the 550s.
I've showed a couple homes here on the 6s, and they were a project.
They're a project, but this is what you're getting. Like, I've never seen one in the 6s up the hill.
The more you wind up here.
And so it doesn't look like very far on a map, but it really is drastically different than the ones below. And if you have these views in mind, and that's why you're seeking out Broadmoor Bluffs, I don't know if you even want to see those houses below.
Well, if you have a $600,000 budget and you want this
and you
area,
really want
those are your homes.
But who would those people be? Like, close to, if you're wanting a nicer home and close to Fort Carson. If you are working at Pikes Peak South Campus or downtown and you want views.
Or you work from home and you want to get a starter home in this area, and the people I showed, I think they wanted this area so bad, they ended up not going with it because they didn't want that big of a project. The home looked better in pictures than it did in real life. But that was what they were thinking, is that they wanted to, get into this area. They loved the feel of this community. I'm hoping you kind of get that from some of the drives. Is it icy there?
Yeah, sorry. That scared me a little.
And so I just think there's pros and cons to that. But the other clients we've had have done, it was probably $900,000, and they did still have to do some fixing up.
Yes, but this is a very, like, if you do not want cookie cutter, you want it to feel like Colorado. You want incredible views or to like have that mountain right out your door. This is one of the areas I'm going to bring you to or show you, because to me it's so unique and one of a kind, and the caliber of homes down here is top notch, really.
You need a 4-wheel drive car.
This is really
It is really
scary.
icy. I'm surprised it's so icy.
I'm turning on my icy, like, I think what it is because you have the higher
elevation,
like the big
trees,
the higher elevation and all the trees. I'm turning on slippery mode.
Oh, you have slippery mode?
Yep, see, slippery.
So I should tell you
and
guys,
then look, now you're in the sun and there's no ice,
yeah.
but because there's some trees and that, you might need 4-wheel drive.
So we're a mile away from our first destination, so I should tell you where we're taking you today. So the average price point, if you commented below, is around $900, $950. And so you have homes here in the multi-millions that kind of pull that price up a little bit, but I would say most of the homes, when you look on here, if you have a $930, $950 budget, you can zone into this area a little more easily. So we're going to kind of show you 2 homes. I want to show you what that would look like for 2 different homes here. One's at $949, one's at $935. And then there is an HOA here. It's a slight HOA. And we're going to do a whole video on HOAs coming up. So make sure you subscribe so I can go over that.
How intense do you think their HOA is?
I think it's, they're not going to tell you can't park your car in the street. They're not going to tell you.
But I see 0, like, campers.
Yeah,
here.
I think it's pretty like you have to, I mean, people maintain their yard. You can't paint your house pink, but they're not going to be like a wolf ranch in your face a little like that as much.
And I would say
like
you have probably like aesthetic freedom a little bit more because it's not cookie cutter at all.
Yeah.
You'll see like...
But you can't have fences, I would say. I see some metal fencing, but I don't see like a huge 6-foot privacy fence. I haven't seen that here.
You're right. Well, and I would say this is also an area when people want privacy.
Yeah.
Even though it's neighborhoody, a lot of your backyards here will have a good amount of privacy because there's such mature landscaping and such elevation changes.
Yeah, I agree. But you have these... Well, actually, 2 of the homes that we sold here, 3 of them were ranches. So I was going to say a lot of them are 2-story, but now that I think about it, the clients...
I know.
They were raised ranches here. And I always remember, and I actually we saw them at our client event, and they made great cookies. And this client, I'm thinking in particular, puts up a Christmas tree in every room of her house.
She's
and
your
they
kind
send
of
us
gal.
pictures every year. They spin and play music and stuff. She really ups her game.
Her cookies
And
were
her cookies
beautiful.
were from a store. Mine are have my kids fingerprints on them and just no one should eat my Christmas cookies except for my family. It's one of those. I don't know what I was talking about though. Oh, but you get more of these stately homes, I would say. It's and then we're going to take you also on a driving tour coming up probably next week of the Broadmoor, and that exemplifies stately to me.
That is very stately.
Very stately.
It's stately.
Are we to my house?
I can't really tell. My thing is out of whack. 200 feet. It has to be one of these.
Okay, we're going to get out and show you
you're at
this
the
one.
end of a cul-de-sac.
Yep. Perfect. I planned this great. So
All right,
we're going to get out
here
here.
we go.
Oh my gosh, it is so icy here. I almost fell. We are braving the elements for you guys. I'm standing over here. Look at that ice. I'm standing here. It's too icy. I don't want to die.
That's how, all right. So logistically,
you need ice skates on.
Broadmoor Bluffs, there's lots of different elevation changes. This home really is the epitome of what you'll get in Broadmoor Bluffs. So it's listed at $949,000. It has been on the market for over 100 days, but you're on 0.47 acres, so a really good sized lot. Look at the mountains, literally right in the back. 4,800 square feet. There's 6-bed, 4.5 bathrooms, so large home. And as you can see, it's tile roofed, stucco. There's a lot of, even though it's half an acre, it's scrub oak and some landscaping that you wouldn't necessarily have to maintain all the time. But this home, I will say on the interior, I'm going to call it partially renovated. It's not totally outdated, but to really bring it up to an aesthetic completely of today's feel, you're going to have to put in a little bit more work, but it's partially redone. But this is classic $949,000 Broadmoor Bluffs, and this setting you just won't get anywhere else in Colorado.
Wow! Wow!
So I made Kayleen do a pirouette.
I literally could wear my ice skates in that cul-de-sac and actually ice skate.
Well, it's just sloped down like this, and then it kind of probably pools all
Well,
right there.
look at that. Like, I'm showing you guys the exact view. We're literally pulling out of that cul-de-sac. It is amazing. You would need a 4-wheel drive car, though, because even with that slight little hill on your driveway,
it's not a huge driveway, though. Like, some of these have... So when you do buy here, these places have shared driveways, so you have to look at...
title work.
Yes.
And easements and...
all those fun things. So,
but if you'll see, like, they're landscaped, but there's a very natural high desert Colorado feel.
So you have a larger lot, and a lot of them have privacy because of the natural vegetation. And there's not a ton of mowing. You don't have to do it. It's not a ton of maintenance, I wouldn't say, because of...
And, it's a very active community. Like, year-round, when we come up here, I always see people out and about walking.
Yeah.
It's like a tight-knit community, very dog-friendly. And what would you say if somebody said, is there a lot of families there?
I would say there's half and half.
Because there is that park, and there is kids that I've seen there. There's schools right within the community.
Go look at our school video we just did. Cheyenne Mountain killed it
Cheyenne
on
Mountain
all the ratings. I mean, I know it's rating is a rating, but niche.com, greatschools.com, Colorado Department of Education.
To me, like how I feel, like it's a very classic high school education. And I think because it's so small is what it feels to me.
Like I said, it's more of that close-knit community that you wouldn't get in other places, I would say, because there's one middle school, there's one high school, I think there's 2 elementary schools.
A couple, yeah.
So it's everyone knows everybody.
But it's smaller.
Because you're in this pocket here in Colorado Springs. So I'm hoping you can kind of get a feeling for that from this drive. So we're going to show you one more. Like I said,
we're going to ice skate right here.
Oh gosh. We're going to do one more at the $900 price point, and then I'm going to show you one really different, a little bit outside of this pocket of Broadmoor Bluffs specifically.
And it's actually in a gated area.
Are we going to get in?
We hope so.
Oh, there's my child sending me text messages. That's the thing about being a kid nowadays is every time you have a late assignment, it pings your parent, and like
they have to justify.
They're screwed. Yeah, I'm like, here's another one, Justice. Why isn't this in? Why isn't this in? And he's like,
I know.
So it is. Sometimes I like it just because I can stay on top of it, and sometimes I'm like,
I give up today.
I give up today. Don't send me any more messages.
We are going to talk about that later.
I know.
But these homes are very. I'm going to say stately.
No, that's my word for the next one.
But what do you call this then? Traditional style homes, custom homes. Like, look at this. We are literally like this.
You can also.
I forget how beautiful it is. Every time I'm here, I'm amazed.
Is some of those homes that we've sold client to in? I'm thinking of the one over in North Gate. You know, off of
like back
Aragosy Street, Aragosy, and I'm thinking of the one
Point.
Yep, and the other one in Woodmore.
So we have a client literally that house we just saw would be an awesome fit, but they work at the Air Force Academy, and so it's like you're on opposite ends of town.
Yeah.
Oh, we did a video on this street before.
Oh, we did our hunting video.
I hope at some point you guys can see out the sides of like there's so much vegetation, but some of these back patios have the most incredible city light views I've ever seen.
Yeah, some people want a mountain view, but a lot of times the city view is probably just as nice.
And
sometimes.
look about, like, if you say seclusion, privacy.
I think you gotta go up here and turn around, maybe.
Yeah.
I know it's gonna get.
This is the epitome of like seclusion and privacy.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of another client that needs that house that we just had.
This is what
I'm
we
gonna
do.
start texting you.
Kaylee and I send each other like texts. Like, what about this one for this one? What about this one for this one?
We're like matchmakers,
and we dream about houses.
See, I have to have turnaround. Oh, look, there's a lady walking on. She's walking.
She better be
not
careful.
Ice skating.
She needs some walking sticks.
I know. This is like, I have to say, this is Colorado. Now, in the summertime, it is beautiful up here. The fall's amazing. Don't scratch me.
You're like that semi-truck driver I saw.
Okay.
So this one is going to be $935. on Buttermere. I kind of like the name of that. I know I've showed houses here before because Buttermere. And the last one was on Hardwick, which I also know.
So one thing I want to talk about when we get back in the car, let's talk about HOA, and there is an amenity here. Did you? Yes, I learned about this.
I don't know about that.
There is an amenity, and I'm going to tell you about it after this house. So you
Hang
got
on
to
to the end of your seats
here,
for that one.
because you do get something for your money with this HOA, even though it's only $300 a year.
Yeah, it's not a lot. That's not a lot. You're giving away some of your...
I know, but let's, we'll show you this house first.
All right, let's go.
So before we get out, I wanted to show you guys this is our solution so we aren't so bumpy. But check out this.
A long time about that
I'll
one.
let Lori show you about this house, but I want to point out this mountain right behind here is NORAD.
Okay. Should have worn my real boots today. Didn't know it's going to be so icy. But the home behind us here, 935, has been on the market for a while. But guess how many square feet it is, I would say, because it is 5,000 square feet. So you wouldn't think that from just looking at the front of it. It is a fully raised ranch with a full walkout basement. Here you have 5 bedrooms. You do have 5 bathrooms to clean with this one. Again, we talked about the $300 a month HOA, and you will have about only $3,300 in taxes, property taxes. So you are sitting right here against these bluffs. Classic raised ranch home here in the area. You would want to do some upgrades for it, but good bones, as we like to say. Good bones.
Well, and the
in a lot of
house
these houses.
right down the street with these timbers, I know is well over.
It's like 1.2 or something.
1.2 or something. So if I'm looking at comps,
I always say
bet
buy low
it's
in the
pretty
neighborhood.
good.
Buy low in the neighborhood. So great option here. Now let's get in the car, and I know you guys are hanging on the edge of your seats to hear what Kayleen has to say. So let's go find out. So before we start, I want to ask you guys, what do you think the average price point is for the Broadmoor Bluffs area for a home? Do you think it is $700,000, $900,000, or $1.1 million? Drop it below. We'll see if you're correct. So that was another $900,000. I think those are
just
Kayleen got in trouble last time. If you watched our Why Move to Colorado Springs movie video in 2024, I was like, Kayleen, you are in trouble. I texted her.
My coat kept hitting it. I apologize. I was like,
I put a disclaimer on that video. I was
did
like,
anybody comment?
I don't know if anyone commented, but I'm
sorry
sure
about that. I have to be very careful.
She got in trouble, so she's okay now. So, anyways, we are now off. Oh, you tell us your thing.
Okay, so there is an HOA. It is very, very, very affordable. They will be in charge of, like Lori said, covenant enforcement and whatnot.
But nothing else really.
Like trash is up to you.
There's no pool.
There
was a pool.
That's what I thought. I was like, there's no clubhouse. There is parks and trails. There's a park and some like sidewalks and stuff. So that's what your HOA is. But what I found out is, yes, indeed, there is a community pool. So what I found out is, because you belong to the HOA, you can elect, it's a voluntary HOA that's on top of that $300, and it's very affordable. I think it was like a lifetime of like $600 or something. Very, very affordable. But you can belong. There's a clubhouse and a pool in this area, and it's right over by the elementary school. But you can elect to belong to the pool up here.
Yeah, I didn't
which
know that
to me is like very nice, especially down south here. Like if you are a family and you do, or you prefer to swim for a workout, you actually have one in your neighborhood, which is awesome.
Yeah.
So that's
your fun fact.
We've been doing real estate for a while, and I do feel like we're always like learning new things. And that's
like the client.
I was like, what?
She texts me.
There is an HO. There's a pool.
55 plus community, and I was like, I've never, and it drove me nuts because I was like, I feel like
we know.
I text Kaylee, I'm like, do you know about this area? And she's like, I've never heard of it. So I had to do my research. I actually had to call the builder. I told her, I'm like, you are making me like think I'm like going nuts because I could not figure it out. And actually,
usually we know
this is not a 55 plus community. Some people advertise it as that because they take care of the front and the backyard.
So it's like no maintenance.
I'm not very happy about it. So I wasn't going crazy, but I did have to do some research, which I kind of kept me on my toes a little bit because usually I know.
And we are going to do a video. There is a brand new community that I just saw on social media, and I was like, where is this at? And it's a brand new community.
What is it?
I forget the name of it. The logo is an M.
Where is it?
Mayberry.
I don't know what that is.
It's called Mayberry.
Where's
I was like,
Mayberry?
they had a whole Facebook page, Mayberry in Colorado
south?
Springs. It's pretty central.
Maybe that's our next driving tour.
And it's brand new build homes in the middle of town. They're more affordable homes, but very aesthetic. And I think
another movie I think we should do. Why do I think we're doing movies today? I think we should do in like no HOA communities and what that looks like, because it's such a thing right now. So you
look at the view. Look at the view.
Yeah, it is gorgeous. It is. I hope you guys can see that, but it's pretty.
It's very, very pretty
for you guys. But you pick an HOA community or non-HOA community, and I'll pick one, and we'll go back and forth, and we'll see who gets the
I know the perfect one.
You can't pick the Broadmoor, though, because we're
No, I'm not. Okay. No, I'm not. I'm going to pick one that I know has pink and purple houses.
Oh, that's fancy. Like, that'll fit. Kayleen says she's like Pebbles today. And I was like, why Pebbles? Because she has her, like, Stone Age.
I'm very,
tooth necklace.
Yeah, Pebbles.
I'll be Bam Bam.
Yep.
But you know what's kind of funny? Another random story. We're almost to our house, so you guys don't have to listen to ours too much. But I want to show you this house. It's a $1.6 million home on Star Ranch. Actually, we have that one client who's like, he actually wants a fixer-upper in this area because he wants to, because you can see the value. So if you can find one,
but
like
fixer-upper, he wants like $600,000. Like, you may wait a long time.
You may wait, but because the value's there. So, anyways, I'm excited to actually see this one.
We can't stop.
This is.
I can't go to our house. I'm
Where
sliding.
are you going?
This is where it's bringing me to.
Really? No.
What?
No, you're not going the right way. I don't know where you're going.
Why did it bring me there?
I don't think it's here. This is not Star Ranch.
Well, I was just showing you guys the houses then.
Okay. It's telling you to go back up.
You know what it is? Well, all right, so Star Mountain Ranch, where we're going, is a gated community. There are 2 gates to this community. I wonder if it's taking me around.
Maybe.
And then we're going to have to figure out how to break in.
If you watch any of my videos.
At least we have a client who lives in here. He pays attention.
Always go where Siri tells you to. She always knows best.
I did.
You're going to turn up here, though. So anyways, I was creating a thumbnail this morning for our videos. Okay. And, you know, the new thing is like Chat GPI or whatever. My kids make fun of me because I don't really know the name of it. But
GPT.
Chat GPT? Whatever. So that thing, that's on my computer that I do. So I found out you could have it tell it to make images. And so I was like playing with it. And I was like, make an image of a blonde lady and a brunette lady staring at the mountains with houses. And it like does this little thing and it pops up.
Really?
It was like a picture of people we looked like. I wanted to kind of look like us. And then it was a picture of 2 ladies, like they look like they had like Little House on the Prairie outfits on with their arms around each other. And I was like, no, wrong image. And then I was like, make them like badass moms or something like that. And then we looked like we're like superstars, like super sexy. And I was like, maybe a little less.
In between.
More, yeah. Somewhere between Little House on the Prairie and badass moms. Somewhere in there. But anyways, it was just kind of funny. I was like, oh, that's not what I was thinking.
Is it like cartoony?
Yeah, they have to be cartoony right now. I think it'll get to the other part. I'm gonna. I just posted it.
All right,
for
so that's where it gets too close to me, and I love AI for some things, but that scares me if it could really make me.
Well, it's a picture. It's not like you.
I know, but if it starts doing like actual images, what is this? Apartment homes, the Pines?
We don't know about apartments.
We might have to look into that.
Apartments sometimes. We gotta learn more.
But yeah, I don't want it to like pull a picture of Kayleen Zabidik staring at a mountain with a house behind her, and it pulled me up. I'd be like, oh, I don't like that.
You'd freak out.
What is? There's another for sale.
There's another for sale. That wasn't on my list today.
Well, and I will say, Broadmoor Bluffs is a larger community. Like, there are a lot of different areas, streets,
different sub neighborhoods within it too.
Yeah. And I do think the aesthetic remains the same in that it's very eclectic throughout the whole thing.
So I think we're close. Are you sure there's a gate up here? I don't know. I think we're in
I'm kind of lost.
This is where you're thinking of to go that way. My house is to the right though.
Okay.
So this way Star Ranch is gated. That's where you're thinking.
Uh-huh.
But I don't think we have to break in today. That's what you're thinking. That's where our client purchased recently.
Community.
Yeah, it's pretty.
You are close to Cheyenne Mountain
That
Zoo
has a little
up here.
more of a HOA with it. Let's just say that.
Okay. So how much is this home we're going to?
So this one, I'm going to look at 1.595. No HOA in this one little section, which I think is interesting. So it's just right up here. So I'm going to show that to you. And then we'll come back and tell you another fun fact.
I think we need in there.
Yes, that
is where we need in there.
I've shown that house before, right there.
I don't think we're going to be able to go to your house because it's. Oh,
no, it's up there. Yes, it's one of these one right here.
No, it's right there on the left. Cause see.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
Well, then we're going to break in.
There's like literally gated, and we are the first one outside the gate.
No, it's right here.
Yeah.
Oh, see.
We are the first one outside the gate. But oh man, all right. The reason why it's 1.5 is because of this dang view.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Let's go take a look.
Okay, so want to tell you about this home. So it really is two homes in one. Like the whole basement has a separate kitchen, separate laundry, washer and dryer. Both have separate patios, their own views. So in my mind, multi-generational. It is 1.5. But these views are literally some of the best I've seen. You have views out the front. You have Pikes Peak, Red Rocks out the back. It is definitely not a cookie cutter home. 6-bed, 4.5 bath, 6,300 square feet, which doesn't look like it from the front because it's just a ranch, but you will see the square footage. It's a longer ranch home. And so one thing that I was amazed by, watch out, Lori, there's cars.
She's trying to save my life.
So one thing that I was amazed by is the annual, I'll wait to talk, okay. The annual taxes here. So the annual taxes for this home is only $3,700 on a $1.5 million home. Very, very reasonable. You have NORAD out your front, city views out the back.
And a gated community with over $2 million homes right there as well.
Yeah.
So you're sitting right outside it and no HOA in this one particular section.
Yep. So yes, 1.5, but I think it's a great buy.
So this is the inside of the house. We were just looking at it and wanted to see if it was updated.
Look, there's a sauna.
Oh, there's a sauna.
And then workout room. There's like full on, but like look at these views.
Yeah,
even
views.
Outside of the basement. Like there's a whole nother kitchen downstairs.
Oh, and that's where I'd hang out. I would be drinking my coffee or a glass of wine.
And that's what, oh look, it's like panoramic.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
That's why you're paying 1.5.
All right, let's go take a look. So that was our 1.595. If you want to round up, which is probably about a $1.6 million home. But you can see all these homes on this ridge are going to have great views. So that's the thing. Yes. We always talk about that. Some people say they want a view. There's actually views, I would say, in almost every neighborhood in Colorado Springs. I don't care where you're at. It's just how that home is situated and the elevation of that home. You know, you can probably find something in every neighborhood, do you think?
Almost every neighborhood. Very, very close. A lot of the neighborhoods. But there's different caliber of views, and that definitely is like a top-notch view. What we just saw, I know it's hard to see from the video, but hopefully clicking through those pictures kind of helped explain. And like Lori said, like the value in that is not only the breathtaking view, the home size.
Oh, there's some deer.
But your comps on the other side of that gated community are 2.2 million.
There's our friends.
So, with that being said, when we talk to our clients, I have to wait for the deer to cross.
You're gonna wait for him to cross?
Look at him. He's right in the middle of the
right
street. I have to wait.
I didn't see that one. I saw the ones over there. He really is. He's not in the big hurry either.
Oh, he's molting. I don't really know what that's called. It's icy, so that's why he's
he has to be careful.
Yes, be careful. But one thing that our clients, when we talk to them at our Christmas event, when I remember doing the walkthrough for that home, and they had a mama deer and a baby deer that lived under their porch.
He was like, I can't believe you guys remember that. And I was like, it scares me so bad.
Because they were so not scared of humans.
No, but you were on the deck and all of a sudden something like started moving and I was like, what is that?
Uh-huh.
It was a mom and her baby.
And come to find out, he said they still come around. They're still around. So with that being said, I think his wife might feed him.
I was going to say,
but
I think his wife loves that.
You will have a lot of wildlife out here, and if you're like, I want to grow a garden, I don't know if you could
You're going to have to put like the fencing around it, because the deer will eat it.
Deer and like there's wildlife around here, but this Broadmoor Bluffs is definitely.
She's going for a walk, but she has to walk the whole way uphill.
My car just prompted me to put on my
your slippery
brake.
mode. Oh,
my brake.
Oh, yeah. So that is our tour of the Broadmoor Bluffs area. If you want this area or more information on any neighborhood here in Colorado Springs, we're actually making a neighborhood guide. Make sure you give us a call or a text anytime. We would love to help you make that move. And we have our big green box promotion that just started this year. We've done 3 of them already. It's the middle of January, so if you buy or sell with us here in Colorado Springs or anywhere along the Front Range, you can have a luxury closing gift. So a Louis Vuitton bag could be all yours. Yeah. You could have 9 months of free house cleaning when you close with us.
That's getting more and more tempting.
I know. 86-inch LG TV, which someone chose, and a big one our clients are choosing, which I'm actually, gosh, it's a little bit
kind of surprised.
Yeah, it was like the Dyson mop vacuum, or the iRobot mop vacuum, and the Dyson
plus a
stick.
Dyson.
So they wanted that clean house, somebody to clean for you if you don't have a house cleaner. So make sure you put those numbers in your phone and give us a call or text. We're going to try to get down this mountain without getting into an accident and sliding down
there's people pressuring me on the back.
That's like when you go through passes like that. I
slow.
hate being in the front when you go through a pass because I feel pressure. All right, that's out. We're out from Colorado. We'll see you guys next time.